What's going on, YouTube? I have a cool video for you today. So today we are doing on-site Prusa profile tuning on Cura at Vetro art glass. So the Prusa here is warming up. I'll show you briefly what we've been working on. So this was a bad tune setting and it looked bad, and this is, they sent me a picture of this and just said, hey, this is what I'm getting, I need better than that. So went ahead and I did a couple of tests, and we got that Z-seam much cleaner on this one, and then even cleaner on this one. So we made a couple more changes, and we're gonna do a full piece, a little bit different than that one. It'll be one of these, but we're gonna try to get a cleaner surface area than all this. So this is running at 200%. Let's slow that back down. Yeah, I was testing it out at a nice super high speed, which it was actually printing really good at. So I think they'll like this, but I'm going to show you around the art studio a little bit. So this is his back room where he's got some really cool pieces, all these little penguins and bowls. Not often that you get to see the backside of a store, right? So yeah, I got some cool machines over here, and we'll do a quick walkthrough. So here's I'll show you more specifically what we were doing on Cura here. So this will be the part that we're printing. So I changed the nozzle to a 0.6. We got a 0.25 layer height. I turned on this wall ordering, and I did outside to inside, alternate extra wall optimizing order, and I was playing with the Z alignment. So the seam alignment I had on shortest before, but I randomized it on this one, so it should be a more randomized Z seam, less noticeable. But I wanted to notice it really heavily at first so that I could work on improving it. 20% gyroid infill, so there's that gyroid right there. Connect infill lines, so I added that. So that's this little, when it comes to here, it's connecting with it, so we shouldn't see the infill popping out onto the surface. I turned the flow down. I realized that Cura really likes the flow lower. What's going on, David? Hey, you want to say hi to the YouTubers?
Hey,
this is David Gappa.
Hey.
He's the owner of Vetro here. So he said it was cool that we could kind of video some of this stuff. Retracted layer change. So I have retracted layer change turned on. Retract distance, I moved up to 1.2, speed to 35, and the extra prime amount actually went negative with it. So I was noticing that when it was doing the retraction and moving to the outer wall, that just it was a little bit too much at these points. So I'm hoping to reduce that with the extra prime amount. I turned the combing mode off. Retract before outer wall was another one too, because it would do the infill wall or do the infill pattern, then come over to do the outer wall, and then that's where a little bit more of that divot was. So the only change I made between those two test pieces was the retract before outer wall, and that improved it. So now I added the negative extra prime amount, and that should help further. We got cooling on because we're running PLA. We don't need supports. I just did a quick little skirt. I haven't messed with this, but I turned these on just to kind of look at those. Didn't turn coasting on or adaptive layers, and yeah, anything else there. But I did see some other cool settings in Cura in the backside. I'll show one really quick that I'm curious about. So I turned this on alternate wall directions. So alternate wall directions, every other layer, and inset, useful for materials that can build up stress, like for metal printing. So that sounds interesting, and it might even be useful in a regular 3D printing sense, not a metal 3D printing sense. But when I turned it on, it's not popping up over here. So there might be something else that I have to turn on before that one is noticeable, but I'm not sure. But yeah, let's go check this print, see how it looks real quick. Okay, see, to me the flow is still just a little bit much, and then it looks like we didn't get enough flow on that outer wall bit. So we want to make sure that we don't have divots or pits on those layer changes and retraction points. That's what we're trying to avoid. know, that extra prime amount of -2 might be too much. I might need -5 or 0.05, you know. I'm not exactly sure there. I'm just kind of changing the setting and going accordingly. But that's looking pretty decent. Might have just been that the first layer was a little heavy. That's looking pretty good. Yeah, it does look like, I'm thinking that negative prime amount might be too much. I might only need just barely a smidgen of it. That's what I'm kind of thinking now. So maybe just hold back a really small amount. That's cool. It kind of sounds like a machine gun. Neat. Okay. Well, that finishes. We'll check on it in a minute. Let's go check out the gallery and where they make this stuff. So this place is in Grapevine, Texas, and they have some really, really cool pieces. Those aren't even the coolest ones. Like this, oh my goodness. That really draws the camera in. That one looks neat. I love these little penguins. Got some fires. We'll poke in there here in a little bit. Look at all these pretty flowers. Oh man. That is neat. Man, I imagine this is like the wind up on those old toy cars, or like a mouse car. Like that would be super, super cool. Bunch of pumpkins. Oh, look at these beautiful lamps. Man. Yeah, if you want some top of the line glasswork, Vetro is definitely the way to go. He was telling me that he did one of these like 60 foot long, where there was just thousands of these. Look like little jellyfish or something. Wow. Looks like a big eye. Yeah, these are just really, really impressive. I mean, you just can't tell you how cool the refraction and coloring of these pieces of glass are. Wow. I mean, that looks like a dang skull. That is cool. So neat.
Something that interests you, we do have tickets for next week where we're having the flared bowls. That's what they're making? Yes.
Ooh, 50% off. Might have to buy me something. Oh, that looks so cool. Wow. That's just so cool. Let's look outside where they make it.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I can't tell you how hot it is out here. So, this is where all the magic happens. They have, yeah.
You're in control of this bubble.
Check this out. He's going to show us straight up close. Oh man, look at that. That looks so cool.
One of us got a big glob right over here on this side, Michael.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Thank you.
There you go. You can kind of see it. You're going to break it off, and then you're going to fire polish the break-off point.
Just a tap.
Yep, doesn't take much at all. So now we're going to use this mid-range torch. We're going to fire polish those sharp edges off.
Kind of smooths it.
Smooth it out.
Wow. Is that a self-lighting torch?
Nope. There's a pilot over there that's on there.
Oh,
See that
okay,
big
so
fluffy
she's just
torch?
doing it off the pilot there?
Exactly.
Gotcha.
And that's going to take our Vetro
Oh,
stamp,
and then it's
stamp
a-
in our logo.
That's cool though, it shuts off with the weight of it there.
Exactly.
That's neat. I like that.
So here you can turn around right here. You can see Dharma is just getting one final reheat. And then he's going to go down here into that woodblock mold. And that's how you get the general shape of that whiskey glass.
Oh, nice. Can you use metal as a mold?
Yes, you can. But you have to use a cork liner inside.
A cork liner?
Yeah,
Okay, so it
doesn't
likes
stick.
the wood? Okay.
So it doesn't stick to the sides. So Dorman in there, he's blowing air into it. The customer right there is just holding that cherry wood block mold closed. And when he's done, he's going to tap his foot right there. Now she opens it up. He's going to dunk it in water right there. That gives it that crackling look.
Interesting.
Tell you what, come on over here. I'll show you inside the furnace. So right now, look, Joe there. He's going to take a gather. Just come right over here. Then look inside that furnace when he opens it up.
Woo!
2,100 degrees right there.
2,100 degrees. Wow.
Molten magma.
Dude, that is so hot. Just sitting in front of it just immediately makes your mouth or your face sweat.
Here you go. Come on over here. I'll let you see a little bit better. So this is an electric furnace.
Ow! Woo! Getting so close literally burned you. That is
Down,
awesome.
you can see those elements. So this is an electric furnace. That's what.
I don't even think the camera can't even pick it up. It's so bright.
Exactly.
I can see the furnaces in there. But yeah, that's why I was trying to burn my hand.
Over here now.
Oh man.
Just about ready to honey up. I'm up here on the side. There we go. So Joe here is going to take that small honey rod, give it to Jorma, and he's going to stick it to the bottom of that whiskey glass.
Oh, okay, yeah. So this is to.
And now he's
Yeah.
going to transfer the glass from one pipe to the next. There you go.
Just a tap. Wow. They don't feel that fragile when you're holding them, right?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
but
Yeah.
you just tap it off. That's so cool.
So now what he's going to do is he's going to heat up the top portion of that whiskey glass, and then he's going to get it hot enough so he can open up that opening. So right now it's just a small opening. So now he has to open it up a little bit wider.
Interesting. Yeah, you got me thinking about with that plating that we can do now. I wonder if I could 3D print a mold and have it plated, and then you actually use it without it melting the print.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, as long as it can withstand the heat. Metal tends to heat up, so the hotter it gets, the more it sticks to the glass. So
yeah, but if we
have
had
to
a
have
cork liner,
yeah. Absolutely.
Interesting. There's some wood-filled filament, but it doesn't print very well, but it'd be okay for like basic shapes. I wonder if that, it's only like 20-30% wood, so it still might not react very well, but it's a thought. I don't know. I want to figure out how to make a mold out of something 3D printed and figure out how to use it. That'd be cool.
Bring it our way, and we'll try to melt it.
Right? I mean, because you're not pressing it in the mold for too long, right? It's like 3-4 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we're always coating with water. So in fact, right now we're building this auto boy, so we can actually have a foot pedal that opens up our molds, and it actuates a water pump, so it'll just self-water it
Into the mold?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. See, that would work perfectly then with the 3D print.
Yeah. Go on in. Yeah. Get as close as you want, sir.
Please, don't feel like you're getting in my way.
Yeah. No. Get where you want.
Look at him shape that.
That should work. And a little drop of water. And we're ready to break it off.
Right there is good because your wife's coming over.
Right here.
How much is the whiskey glass class?
I think they're $60 a piece, I believe, to help make it. So you come in and you choose your colors, and then you apply your color, and then you assist the glass blower, and you throughout the whole process.
Yeah, $60. You can come to Vetro and get your own whiskey glass that you get to help make.
Check this one out. So this is uranium glass.
Uranium?
Uranium. So it looks clear.
Yeah.
It's just like that, but you put a black light
Oh,
underneath it.
wow.
It glows like this beautiful green tone.
And that's got uranium in it.
Yeah.
Just a little bit?
Just a little bit.
Is it enough to barely measure if you have one of the Geigers?
Exactly.
Yeah, you should have one and be like, look, see?
After about 5 glasses, you start twitching a bit.
Yeah. Don't worry about the extra toe. That's super neat. So these are all the different colors you kind of swirl in at the bottom.
Yep, we got ruby, blue, purple, uranium.
How do you make the like iridescent colors when I see some of the iridescent stuff? Is that like a mix or?
While it's still about 2,000 degrees, we take it and we spray this titanium isopropylate over top of it.
Nice.
So it just kind of
Sticks in there?
pure titanium sticks to the surface. That's what gives it
Nice.
that rainbow look.
Dude, that's cool.
Pretty awesome, man.
Heck yeah, right? All right, well, we're going to go back and check on the
Okay,
3D print
awesome.
and see how it is. Thanks for the tour, buddy. Man, wasn't that cool, guys? It doesn't get much cooler than being able to go in and out of really cool shops and see the inside and out of it. Let's check on this print, though, because we are here on business. Okay. Not too bad. Yeah, I think that's livable. You know, I'm going for perfection on this, so I ideally want to make this just as good as possible. But I think if that's all they're worried about is just the teeniest of a little smidgen divot that honestly, like my finger, I can't really feel that. Like the divot is barely visible. And I think it's a divot so that it's not protruding out at all. It's just barely visible going in, but that's looking about right. So we're getting a teeny bit of stringing. Might be that we're running it just slightly hot. I generally like a slightly hot setting, but let's back it off like 4 degrees and see if we get any improvement. Now I have noticed too that when I crank the speed much faster than this, the retraction, the points where it's retracting and layer changing do start to get exaggerated a little bit, so they don't stay as clean. So we wanna watch that. But yeah, I'm thinking. Let me see, because I can see. Yeah, I'm thinking we can live with that. So I'm gonna end this video here, even though I accidentally pressed pause just a minute ago. But yeah, we're gonna call it here, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for checking out Vetro Art Glass. If you happen to know anything about glass blowing, in any capacity, feel free to comment and check out. And then it says something under lip. Yeah, so comment about glass blowing, your experience. What do you think of the shop? If you want to come take a glass blowing class, get your own whiskey glass, check out Vetro Art Glass. Tell him 3D Print Everything sent you, and I'm sure he'll hook you up with some really nice stuff if you tell him that we sent you. But thanks, guys. I will also be releasing this Prusa profile, so this will look for potentially in the comments that I'll put out the not in the comments, in the description. I should have the profile for this. If not there, I'll do a specific video on releasing this, or I'll have it somewhere else. But yeah, I will be releasing this because this looks really good and it's moving pretty quick. So I'm overall pretty well happy about the profile that I built for this on Cura. So thanks, guys. Have a good day.